Hi traders, this is Cynthia of Daytradeforex bringing you a short video showing you how to set up your Forex Factory Calendar using the filter and to make sure that the time is matching your time zone and your PC time. So first of all, go over to the right hand corner where it's green with this little white funnel. That's your filter. Sometimes it will say filters. Click that. And I use mostly the red high impact, but also you should be aware of the orange impact, which is medium impact. I check all of the event types and I check all of the currencies and then click apply filter. Now you want to check and make sure that the time is correct for your PC time and the time where you live. So click on the time. You need to know if daylight savings time is on or off for where you live, so this has to be correct. And you have all these choices for where you live. So here in Cancun, I have to choose Mexico City, that's Central Time. Click Save Settings. Then click Calendar to go back to the calendar. And I'm looking at the current week, which just finished today actually, so I'm going to go over here to the left and click next week, and I want to see what's happening starting Sunday night. And okay, here's how you read this: Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time. We're having an orange medium news impact for the Aussie base pair, and at 8:30 an hour later for the yen, and it's a red high impact. So I'm going to be at my computer Sunday night, and I'm going to be watching the Aussie yen, and that's my favorite pair to trade anyway. So this is going to be a nice little news event here, and it's possible that an orange impact is not going to be very strong, but an hour later it's definitely a strong high impact news release, and it's going to be affecting the Aussie yen. So that's the pair that I'm definitely going to be trading. And I always trade 5 minutes after the major news release. So I'll just be watching the trend at 7:30. I don't even have to be there at 7:30. I can come in and look starting at, say, 8:15 p.m. And what I'm going to do is I always set up my charts to show a daily chart at the top, and then underneath that a 30-minute chart, and underneath that a 5-minute chart. So I always start by looking at the major trend of the day, which is in the daily chart. That's the sentiment that's current, that shows how the bankers and the institutions are trading. And so I'm only going to be trading in the direction of the daily chart. However, these news events can change that direction. So that's why I never place a trade until 5 minutes after the news event has happened. And so in this case, I'll be waiting until 8:35 p.m. I'm going to be looking at the daily chart. I'm going to be putting my easy order on the 30-minute chart, and the reason is so that it has the widest stop loss and take profit, and I can adjust those lines directly on my chart by double clicking and moving them up or down, and I'll be placing them around the major and minor key levels. And I'll do this before I hit the submit button, before I place my order, because at that point, it's very easy to move those lines up and down on your chart. And then at 8:35, I'm going to look at the daily chart. I'm going to see if the trend has changed. And if it has, I'm just going to trade whatever color that candle happens to be. So I'm going to trade in that direction. But I'm going to use the easy order on the 30-minute chart. However, I'm going to be looking at the 5-minute chart and waiting for any pullbacks to finish, because there's always going to be a whipsaw the moment that the red news event happens, and I want that whipsaw to be finished. And I can watch the whipsaw in the 5-minute chart, and when the trend resumes in the direction of the daily chart, and this is confirmed by the trend in the 30-minute chart, then I'll actually use the easy order on the 30-minute chart to place my order, but that's only when I've seen that the whipsaw or the retracement pullback has finished in the 5-minute chart and the trend is resumed in the direction of the daily chart. So it's pretty simple, and that's how I trade the news events, and use the Cynthia's trailing EA to manage your trade for you. You can use either the 5-minute scalp or the news preset in the trailing EA. You can use even a 15-minute if you want, because if you think it's going to be a really strong news event, you definitely want the trailing stop to be wider so that any retracement doesn't stop you out prematurely. So that's how I set up my Forex Factory calendar. I look at it every single Sunday. I decide and plan on my trading week ahead. I schedule my life basically around these red news events, not so much the orange ones, but definitely the red ones. And I suggest that you do that, and then also every morning before you start your trading day, just remind yourself, go ahead and look at the Forex Factory calendar so that you can remind yourself what your schedule is going to be for the day. So I hope this helps you, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.